And we are live. What's going on? It's Chris and Emily from LifterLMS, and you know what day it is? It's Feature Friday, now on Tuesday. Today, we're going to get into an aspect of your LifterLMS site called required pages. And what we're talking about here is when you first set up LifterLMS, there are 4 pages that the software needs for it to function properly and do things around courses and memberships and checkout and the student dashboard. So Lifter installs 4 required pages when you use the setup wizard. Maybe you might miss that and you need to put them in later. Maybe you want to change which page is that required page later. We're going to dive into the required pages today, show you how it works, and show you where those settings are and how to make sure you have them, how to get them back if you've lost them, and take you to school on required pages. Over to you, Emily.
Awesome, thanks, Chris. So jumping into a screen share here, the LifterLMS required pages are the course catalog, membership catalog, checkout, and dashboard page. Each of these pages has their own unique function. I already have them created on my site, so I'll talk through what each one does, and then I'll share my screen and show the setup wizard for creating these pages if you don't see them on your website. So the simple ones are course catalog and membership catalog. If we view these pages, they output a loop, which is just a list of all of our courses with pictures and titles and some other information pertaining to the course. So it's a little archive that shows all of our course content. And then we also have a little archive that shows our membership content via our membership catalog. And these pages are designated within the LifterLMS settings. So it's LifterLMS's hard code that determines what happens on these pages. And so it's important to have your membership catalog and course catalog set up. But what's even more important is your dashboard page, because your dashboard page will be essential for every single LifterLMS website. How this one works is it's a login page for those who are not logged in. And it is a page that lists your courses and your achievements and your certificates and all of your student-specific LMS data right on one page. And it's all powered by a shortcode and a designation within the LifterLMS settings. So we have our 2 catalogs. We have our dashboard, which handles login and showing students custom information for them. And then we also have our purchase page. This is the LifterLMS checkout. This page doesn't show anything unless you're clicking on a LifterLMS access plan. So when we are coming from a course, like the Quick Start course, and I scroll down to my access plan section, Start Strong, you can see in my URL here, mysite.com/purchase/plan 4408. And so the purpose of this page is to stand in as like a placeholder to store some code so that when users access the links from your courses or memberships to sign up, that the infrastructure is set up and we say, okay, this is the WordPress page we're going to use to enroll students. So that is our access plans, how they connect to the purchase page, our login and account, how it connects to the dashboard, and we have our 2 catalogs. How these pages are determined usually is going to be by the LifterLMS setup wizard. So if we go to status, LifterLMS status, tools and utilities at the top, we can rerun the setup wizard. Now, if you don't see these pages in the back end of your LifterLMS site or somehow they're misconfigured, you can rerun your setup wizard and it won't break anything on your website. But you may have seen this screen when you initially signed up to LifterLMS. And so this is where we will get into our page setup. Our course catalog, membership catalog, checkout, and student dashboard are all here with a brief description. This will assign those pages and make sure they're assigned within our website. And then we have payments, coupon, and installing some sample courses. But I'll exit my setup wizard because the page setup was really all I was interested in. And again, that's LifterLMS status, tools and utilities, setup wizard, return to setup wizard, if you need to rerun that setup wizard at any point. But yeah, let's talk about in the hard settings, LifterLMS settings, courses. This is where we'll find our course catalog designation. And so we can change that page if we want to. Usually there's not going to be a need to change it, but if you need to, you can. And same thing for membership catalog over here, memberships page. You set the membership catalog. And there's also some settings that apply to this little mini archive for both courses and memberships. Memberships per page and the order that you want to show your memberships in. You can do low to high, title A to Z, Z to A, and also most recent. And similar settings apply to courses. You can say courses per page can be 30, or for all courses on one page, you can enter -1 as a value. And again, you have the same sorting options available to change how your course and membership catalogs are sorted. Then when we jump to the accounts, we can set our user dashboard page. We can set our course sorting for users who are logged in. And then we can turn on concurrent login prevention if we'd like, and open registration if we want people to be able to register for a free account. And then the checkout page has our purchase page listed here. There's a confirmation payment link, and then we can do a Force SSL certificate for checkout pages. This is usually a good setting to turn on, but depending on your web host, you might need it on or you might not. And then retry failed payments. So we have each page in the settings and some settings related to that page. When you run your setup wizard, it runs through these 4 areas of your settings and designates these pages. So that's like a high level overview of what pages are required for LifterLMS to function and where they are in the settings and how you can get them by rerunning the setup wizard. There's a lot of information there, and each of those pages is important for registrations and logins to work properly. Yeah, what do you think, Chris?
Oh, that's awesome, Emily. Thank you for the great demo. And just know, you out there watching, that when you first install and activate LifterLMS and you go through the setup wizard and you complete it and you set up the required pages, all those settings and everything are going to be configured. So you don't have to do anything. Your website is ready to roll. The purchase page is ready for checkout. Course catalog is good to go. So the main thing is just to be sure to complete that step in the setup wizard. Also, I wanted to show you a couple more things, which I'm going to throw myself a curveball here. You're back.
Hi.
I was
Can you say something?
I was keying up the curveballs for
I
you.
think my audio is broken.
You can't hear me?
Sorry. Let's see.
I'll put your curveball in the chat.
What is that? Oh no, Chris, I can't hear the curveball. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Let me check my settings. Check. Yeah, my microphone is on.
Okay.
This is part of live television, folks. Live television has these challenges. Still can't hear me?
I don't know why my computer is broken. Let me try my Mac, my laptop. I'll troubleshoot on the fly real quick.
And as Emily's getting that together, the curveball we're going to throw is how to, well, I've got a couple curveballs, so I might just take it if Emily's not able to come back. Oh, she's back.
I'm back.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
This is the thing. Emily is really good on the fly. We got the auxiliary computer in effect. The curveball is ready. Are you ready for the curveball?
I'm ready.
You might need to get another demo site up on your computer. But the first curveball is, what if somebody wants to do a custom course catalog page and not use the default? We see that sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good question. So if I share my window here, if we're trying to create a custom course catalog page, which a lot of users do, there's a few ways to do it. Like I said, the course catalog page is basically a loop item. So if we say new course catalog, we can rebuild a little list item for a course catalog by going to blocks, and we're looking for a courses. So we might use our LifterLMS courses block to do this. we might use a loop item, a query loop. We can select our template, and we can provide courses in a certain layout style if we'd like to do that. Either way, we can design a custom catalog in a few different ways. Regardless, let's say that we're happy with how our custom catalog is designed. We can publish this page, and new course catalog will be available within our settings to designate as our course page. But what usually happens in the settings, if you were to go to courses and designate new course catalog right here as your course page, is that we'll run into an issue where LifterLMS's hard-coded archive that we saw before will override what you have built on your page. So what I recommend doing is leaving this course catalog as it is and simply replacing in the menu with your own course catalog page up here in the navigation, so that your customized version is visible to users, but your course catalog functionality that LifterLMS is hard-coded can sit around in the background and kind of do its own thing.
That's awesome. Good job. And another pro tip I'll add on there is, yes, you can add it to the menu. You can also redirect the old URL using a plugin like redirection from the stock course catalog page to your custom one. So that's another thing you can do. Mm-hmm. I've got the second curveball. We can also add to our custom pages outside of the output. So for example, on the student dashboard, if I wanted to put a message above the dashboard that said, "Hello, dynamically generated first name. What would you like to learn today? Question mark. Can you show us how to do that on our required dashboard page?"
Yeah. So on the required dashboard page, if we edit this page like we saw earlier, this page does require a shortcode to be present, this LifterLMS My Account. But above or below the content, we can add our own stuff. So we can say hello. And the LifterLMS has a little trick where it's shortcodes, and you can add a first name shortcode. So it's hello first name. Like which you would like to learn today. And this will dynamically take the user's first name and place it there. You can put these things in the menu. You can put them in the header of your website, the footer, or right in the content area. Whatever the logged in user's first name is will be added there. And shortcodes can do so many things above and beyond that, but that's a really cool way to personalize your website.
That's two curveballs and a technical difficulty, all handled with grace and ease. Thanks for the great demo, Emily. For you out there watching, smash the like button, tell your friends, drop a comment down below and let us know what video you'd like for us to make next. And we hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.